What's up, fellas, man? Welcome back to another episode of the NightCap. I'm your boy Troy, you know the host, and I'm back with the fellas. What's up, boo? Up?
What's the word, brother? How you doing tonight, Mac
Yo,
Daddy?
Mike, yo, Mike, gonna stop playing with me because you sound fine in the green room, and then you
Oh,
come
see,
on and got that little damn buzzing noise, and I have to knock your mic out, bro.
and my mic, it's got to be something we gonna do about this. We got to fix this.
Hey, look, but we know we got some plans coming up, so we ain't gotta worry about it right now. What's up, Mac? What's up, Nick Mac
What
in the
up? What up,
house?
fellas?
Good to
Good to
have you
be
back.
back. It's been a few months. Been a few
Yeah,
months.
I've been
Man.
trying to get you. I've been trying to get you,
I
but
know, but I'm glad I'm back, man. Good to see you, Troy. Good to see you, Boo Wop, as always. So
Yes,
let's get
sir.
into it.
100%. I mean, Um, I want to kind of wait for SB to talk about the KD thing.
Gonna fit right in.
Right.
Gonna
But I
fit
don't want
right
us to
in.
be, yeah. I mean, so let's get into it. So it was announced. Sean Marks came out and said that they had another meeting, and all parties have agreed to move forward together. I called it. I said that the Nets weren't going to trade him. I mean, I think we all had that idea in the back of our head. Buat was one of those people too, saying that if I'm the Nets, we wouldn't trade him. Mr. NBA was good. Um, but yeah, what you guys thoughts on KD staying with the Nets, Trent?
Trent, Mr. NBA, what's going on? Let me correct. Like, I was one of the people that said they should trade him, but I figured they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you said that's why I said along with Buat when he
Yeah,
was saying
you
that they
know.
shouldn't trade him.
Yeah, I
I was
mean,
the
I
one
just
that
didn't
said
think
I
they would be able to. I
wasn't.
just think the teams are afraid to give up what the Brooklyn Nets are ultimately asking for. Like, it's too much. And it's not that Kevin Durant isn't necessarily worth it. He's just not worth what teams are asking. I mean, what Brooklyn is asking for today. This
Yeah,
was
what?
5 years ago. I could understand it, but by him being 34, injury prone, it's a reason why teams are hesitant to give up their best player for him, and especially if they think their best player is top 10. They're not doing it.
Nick?
No, absolutely, and the fact that he's on a 4-year deal that made it a little bit tougher as well. And I knew that as soon as I saw what Danny Ainge's asking price was for Donovan Mitchell, reportedly, I knew KD wasn't getting traded because if Donovan Mitchell was worth three upper echelon players that the Knicks have, quote unquote upper echelon because it's the
Hmm.
Knicks. But if these were three of those guys and then 6 or 7 first rounders, then yeah, KD, what's KD worth?
Right.
When Rudy Gobert gets traded for basically 5 first rounders and 3 players, what's KD worth? I mean, that Gobert trade in my mind kind of broke the market, and then the KD trade request stalled the market. But I'm happy to see KD return to Brooklyn because um, first of all, I just wish we could go back to the days where we didn't hear about this stuff. We like where the press and the media didn't play such a big part in these trade requests, in these deals that want to get done. Where a player can't go behind his team's back and go to the press and say something, or go on Twitter and say something, and it's breaking news.
Hmm.
Those were much simpler times. But as far as the trade goes on the court, I think the Nets can make it work. They're running back some guys. They're getting Ben Simmons back. I know that a lot of people are going to laugh at that statement, but
He said
Ben
he ready
Simmons
to play.
Simmons is still a good I would even call him a great
Great
perimeter
defender.
He's a
defender,
great defender.
and a pretty damn decent playmaker too. So with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Patty Mills, Seth Curry, guys like that, you don't need Ben Simmons to shoot.
TJ
Do what you're great
Warren.
at. Yeah,
Absolutely.
do what you're great at and make and play defense and run the transition offense.
And cut
Hmm.
That's
towards the
all he's got to
basket.
do.
That's it. When you
That's
don't
all
have
he's
the
got to
ball,
do.
all you got to do is find a cut lane,
And
be a
move off the
slasher.
ball.
As much
That's
as I
it. Be a
thought,
slasher.
as much as I
Yep.
thought Philly was an ideal spot for him because he was compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron James, I thought that was an ideal situation. But if this don't fit him, this definitely has to fit him. Like, he got two ISO
Got it.
players that he does not have to worry about. Like, his numbers in Philly, 16, 8, and 7, pretty much. That's not what Philly needed from Philly needed
I'm not
another
counting
20-point
Dragic as a
scorer.
loss.
But
Philly needed James Harden.
definitely, that's who they needed. A guy that can score and play make. Ben
James
Simmons
Harden
is
gonna be
just a guy
scary
that
this
can
year
play
coming
make.
out.
And I think on this
I
team,
think
the
so too.
Nets needed obviously another point guard after losing James Harden, but they get incredible defense from Ben Simmons. Like, that's
Absolutely.
That's what I think is key. So I think Ben Simmons is going to be great as the third option on this team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the writing was on the wall as soon as we saw just how good Tyrese Maxey was. I think I knew right then that like Ben Simmons is out of there. They're gonna find a trade partner for him. And like you said, Ben Simmons in Brooklyn, if he don't make this work, where he's no longer even a second option, he's a third option now. If like we said, if he even needs to be an offensive option,
Exactly.
as far as scoring goes, anyway, because he does need the ball in his hands to make plays.
Yep.
But
he could be like
if you can't make
Tony
this fit,
Allen.
it'd be hard pressed to find a fit for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I mean, outside of this,
I mean, I think his
it's the
defense
Warriors.
fits anywhere.
It's like that's
Yeah,
not
I
the
think
only
his
other
defense
place I
fits
can
anywhere
see.
though on any team. If you're going to be a defensive minded team, like I think Ben Simmons would be good on the Heat because he's a defensive guy.
Yeah, that's another good spot.
I think he would be good on the Bucks because he's a defensive guy. Because you're not asking him to shoot the ball, right? You're just asking him to play defense.
See,
You just need Ben Simmons to be Draymond. Draymond Light.
the
You
thing
just need
about
to
it, I
be
think,
You're
Draymond
asking
Light.
him to play make. That gives somebody that could play make for Giannis too.
but the
when-
thing,
when-
right? The
when
playmaker,
He
would be
Giannis
good,
is
but he
cool,
would be
but
good.
The
on the
problem
Bucks.
is it's the Embiid
Yeah.
situation. Like he clogs the paint kind of like Embiid. Giannis is hanging around that basket. That's not ideal, quote unquote, from what Ben Simmons says. Like he doesn't like that type of situation, dumping it down to the big guy. So I think Milwaukee, although I would think that would be a great spot for him. I don't think
I
Ben
thought
Simmons is
Denver would have been great for him too.
You said who?
Denver,
Denver, yeah.
I'm not
They
sold
need
on
some
Denver,
perimeter
but yeah,
defense, man.
that would be
Look
a
at
good
their
spot.
perimeter
They
defense.
they definitely do. Like I
I got to
think
talk to SB about
I think
having
offensively,
Denver as
I'm
team
worried about Ben
finals this year.
Simmons there, Joe. Just fitting in, like with Jokic, Jokic being the ball dominant center that he is, and I would hate to see Jokic not have the ball in the half court because Ben Simmons, who I don't think is that great in the half court sets, like I don't think Ben Simmons is the ideal playmaker in the half. Like I like Ben Simmons on the transition, getting out and running, creating for others in that capacity. Like because it's easier to guard him in the half court settings. Like guys know he's not an aggressive scorer, play off of him, and that makes your passes predictable when you're, you know what I'm saying. So I'm not in love with him in that set, but in Brooklyn I think it doesn't matter because you got Kevin Durant over here, you got Kyrie Irving. Give those guys the ball and let them go to work. Like that's not a problem.
And kick it to your open shooters because you're going to have open shooters. You got Seth Curry over there, who's one of the most accurate three-point shooters in the league for the past 6 years. And then you got Patty Mills as well. Patty Mills can create his own shot.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of pressure off Ben Simmons.
And now you add TJ Warren to that too.
And he gets the paint.
Exactly. People forgetting about that pickup.
Yeah, that's a solid pickup.
That's the most important pickup to me. That's why I say.
No, I think Royce O'Neal might be.
That he might. I think it's 1 and 2, both of them. But I think both of them are very important pickup. But I think people sleep on me when I say that I see teams around the Bucks getting better and the Bucks being the same Bucks, fully healthy. I'm talking about fully healthy. The Nets have gotten better. Fully healthy, Boston has gotten better. Fully healthy, the Sixers have gotten better. Fully healthy, the Bucks are still a championship Bucks.
Yeah, and they added Joe Ingles, who I think is going to be huge for them.
Yeah, but we got to see at his age because he's up there in almost the 30s. Joe Ingles. And that leg
I thought
injury.
Ingles went to Portland.
He did, but then he got traded to the Bucks.
I didn't even know that, man. That's how far.
Or he got picked up out of Bucks or something like that. But
no, I think Joe Ingles is on the Bucks though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's coming off a torn ACL.
But that's what I was about to say. I don't know. Just the same question I have about Jamal Murray. The same question I'm gonna have about him is like, what are they gonna look like coming off those type of injuries?
Well, I'm
not every guy
Joe
comes
Ingles
back the same.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I think Murray's gonna be fine because he's a lot younger.
Yeah, Murray is gonna be fine. I'm looking at Joe Ingles as a role player, and that's pretty much it. Like he's gonna be a guy that.
But how consistent? What I'm saying is, how consistent is he going to be?
He's going to be there for the playoffs.
Yeah, but how
he's not a guy that's going to play a lot in the regular.
To be? How is like? But like Mr. MB saying, Joe Ingles is an insurance policy. Gary, what was his damn name?
Grayson Allen.
He was a damn insurance policy for Middleton, and that didn't work out. So
I mean,
you can't get an older guy in there and think he's going to do it. I'm not saying Joe Ingles is not going to.
One of these guys.
I can't believe that dude that's a job.
Right. I don't think Joe Ingles is going to make that big of a difference on the Bucks. It's just me.
I think he'll make more of a difference than Grayson Allen.
No, 100%, but I don't think he's going to make a bigger difference to the team aspect.
I mean,
in the playoffs, like he's going to be.
Well,
that
if he's
much
got
of
to
a help
step
to them.
in for a Middleton, I mean, there's not many players in the league that are backing somebody up that could step into that situation and
100%.
provide what Middleton was providing. You know,
Right. I'm just looking at it. If the Bucks is healthy, he's going to be there and he's going to be a part of what they got going on. And not.
But I don't know what a fully healthy Joe Ingles looks like, and that's all I'm saying. Bro.
You do know what a fully healthy Joe.
No, I'm talking about after the injury he has sustained.
Well,
the same thing with Jamal Murray. I don't know what a fully healthy Jamal Murray looks like after the injury.
You're asking him.
Yeah, we got to give it
Leonard.
like 30 games to see what we're.
I got to see what they're going to look like. Kawhi Leonard's the same thing for me. Like I need to see what Kawhi looks like.
Those
I see he bulked up.
Joe Ingles shouldn't be the same thing though.
No,
Joe Ingles is not an all-star caliber player.
It doesn't matter what type of player. Yes, and and for the Jazz, he was an important role player for them.
Yeah, but he's not going to either be the same thing for the. He was a key player for the Jazz. He's not going to.
No, I'm not saying he needs to be a key player, but they're going to need role players, right, to step up in the playoffs. Because what did they struggle against Boston? Their role players struggled.
Middleton, Troy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if Middleton is there or not. That means if Middleton's there, he's not getting that many. He's not getting that many shots. So if Middleton's there, he's getting less shots. Right, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying what I'm saying. I don't think you listen to. I'm saying Joe Ingles is there to give them some consistency in the playoffs because this year they did not have consistency from their role players. So they're trying to get him there so he can give them some consistency. What I'm saying is I don't know if he's going to be consistent whether Chris Middleton is there or Chris Middleton isn't there.
That's your interpretation of it.
I know what you're saying.
I get exactly what he's saying, but what I'm saying is that I'm not looking for Joe Ingles to be nothing but an eighth man. And if he can't be an eighth man, he's going to be a ninth man. He's not somebody that's going to make or break the Bucks either. I'm not saying I'm just saying he's there. He's still there. He's a wild card.
So I keep bringing up his age and coming off that injury is because the speed of the game, it's getting faster and faster every year. And Joe Ingles might be considerably slower considering he's much older than, who you want your seventh, eighth man to be.
Mm-hmm.
And coming off a major injury. We saw how long it took Clay to come back, and he's younger than Joe Ingles.
Mm-hmm.
So, and look like himself again. And I don't even know that Clay looked like himself by the end of the year, but we'll talk about
also, that. Also, guys, that's key is what I'm saying. Like Klay Thompson's going to be like, if he's not the same, that really hurts the Warriors more than it'll hurt the Bucks not. You know what I'm saying? Joe Ingles not being the same. That's all.
Absolutely. I'm just comparing the injuries. I'm not comparing, their skill sets or anything.
All I'm saying is the injury to the player he is, not the injury to everybody else. I'm just saying, just like Max said, look how Clay's injury affected him. Look how, and to switch sports, look how AP's injury affected him. Like everybody body heals differently. Like when I had my jaw broken, it healed in 3 weeks. That time limit is like a month more, like a month plus. Some people is 6 months when their jaw is broken for it to heal. Mine took 3 weeks. So it's different for everybody when it comes to broken bones and torn ligaments. That's what I'm saying.
He'll be okay.
I don't know what Joe is going to look like. Can Joe be a consistent eighth man or a good eighth man? I don't know. Maybe he, like Max said, he's too slow to get into it. But back to KD, where do you guys have the Nets finishing in the East now? Because I got them top 3.
Do you?
Yeah, I said it before. I said if KD stays there, I got him top 3. How crazy. Oh, fully healthy?
I don't.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad.
First of all, I don't think they're better than Boston, so there's one.
Think they better than Milwaukee?
Depends.
I think they built to beat
Milwaukee's success depends on a lot.
Yeah.
Like, is Drew Holiday gonna still, gonna be that two-way guy that we've seen for because he's in his early 30s now too.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting any younger.
Mm-hmm.
Middleton, is he gonna stay healthy? Milwaukee depends on a lot, as does Brooklyn.
Right, but that's we talking.
That's normal stuff. But
we talking fully healthy.
Fully healthy.
I think the Nets are built to beat the Bucks though.
I think they could. I mean, they pushed them to 7 without, the new look roster. So I think it's completely possible. I don't think they're going to be better than Miami.
No, I can see them being better than Miami.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't. They were better than Miami before KD went down.
Yeah, but
They were at the
Miami
top
was
of the
hurt a
conference
lot that
before
year
KD
too.
went
But
down.
and KD had his second best player out with his third best player hobbled and half 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out, and still got his team to a first seed and was leading the league.
That's early in the
30
season.
No.
But
But that was
hard to,
well
that's a
into
sample
almost to
size.
All-Star week 2. They were
I
they
don't
were
know about
one in the
All-Star.
league. They were fighting for one in the league back and forth with the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, and
that's
then they
still
both
early.
fell off. Like
Right,
drastically.
because of
Oh my
injuries.
god.
Right, because of injuries.
Yeah.
But
No, but like that's the thing. Like when you talk about
KD could get his team to a first with him and dealing with all that bullshit that he was dealing with in the locker room. I'm not going to put it past a fully healthy Kyrie, fully invested Kyrie there with a fully healthy KD. And
But how do you
Steph
think the
Curry,
locker
one of the
room is
best
now?
three-point shooters. Patty Mills, one of the best. Like, no, they got some work to do in the locker room. They need to get on
Yeah,
the
and
same
that's going to
page.
affect on
And that's the
play
only
because
question. But remember, we're talking about the regular season here. We're not talking about the
I
playoffs.
know,
We're
but
talking
big
about
look at
regular
those other
season.
guys.
And that's why I said they
Those
can finish
new
top 3.
guys.
It's the regular season.
Those new guys have no idea who to look to for leadership. They have no clue. Whose team is this?
Cavs
not
need to
Steve
stay
Nash's team.
healthy. Sixers and B needs to stay healthy. Bulls need to stay healthy. I think Boston is good. I think Bucks are good either which way, whether a guy goes down or not. I think they'll still finish. Those two teams can finish above the Nets and Mr. NBA. But I think you guys are just sleeping on Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think Boston
No,
Sixers.
I was going to say 4 or
Bucks.
5. I wasn't going to say like 7, 8, or 9.
Right.
I was going
We're
to.
talking about regular season here.
That's
I'm
what
talking
we're
about the
talking
season.
about.
I'm
Regular
talking about
season.
the season
Regular
of playoffs.
season.
Kyrie is a guy that's known to get hurt. He's not a guy that plays 82 games. Kevin Durant is injury prone. That team can suffer from a lot of injuries, a lot of load management.
Well, like you just said to Mac, we talking about fully healthy here.
Fully healthy, they still gonna probably miss games. They're gonna be like the Clippers.
That's
team that's
I don't think they're
guaranteed
low
probably miss some
management.
games.
I don't think they're low management.
Okay.
I think they're only going to go out if one of them get hurt. I don't see KD like, yeah, let me only play 70 games. Like, nah, I'm gonna play as much games as I can until we secure.
I got no reason to believe that Kyrie's not going to load manage.
No, that's why I didn't say Kyrie. I said KD
But KD low managed last year.
But
because he came
that's
off
a
injury.
big weapon to miss. For let's say Kyrie misses 25 games, then you're looking for Ben Simmons to be a scorer for 25 games.
Not necessarily if you can have Patty Mills, Patty Mills and Seth could step up, and plus you could relegate that scoring to TJ Warren.
Depending on how he looks coming off an
hold
injury.
on.
We're going to talk about Joe Ingles coming off that injury. We got
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. 100% true. But like I said, we talking
I'm not
fully
a fan of guys.
Oh, and TJ Warren's bubble TJ Warren. The Nets, it's a wrap.
I don't even think he needs to
be
be that. I just think he needs to just be consistent, giving him 15 to 18, and I think that'll be fine.
I'm just saying, if he was, it would be a wrap.
I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna probably be like, even if he's doing this though, like on good splits, because it's a deep team. If he's a double-digit scoring person, 12 to 13, that's solid.
No, 100%. Because you got
man, what he was doing right before he went down.
Seth gets between 12, 15.
Yeah. Joe Harris.
If TJ Warren is, we got to
see what he looks like too, coming off his leg injury.
60% of what he was with the Pacers before he went down, like the start of the 2021 season, because he was on his way to being an all-star. Mm-hmm. So if he's even 60, maybe 50% of that, that's just fine.
That's fine, averaging 23, Mr. NBA, when you talk about DeMar and Zach. It is the regular season. They could definitely finish in the top 5. I'm just saying, if I see the Nets fully healthy, roster as is, Ben plays, KD plays, Kyrie plays, I can see them winning 50 games, 55 games.
I'm not worried about the Bulls till they get some more interior help other than Vooch. He's not an aggressive rebounder. He's not the playmaker he once was. He's not the scorer he once was. He doesn't have to be the scorer he once was with DeMar and Zach, but I'm not high on Vooch anymore. This isn't Orlando Vooch we're looking at.
And then you said the Cavs, the Cavs showed the light before they got injured. Like the Nets overtook them in the rankings. So did the Bulls. So did the Heat. That's what I'm saying. The Cavs are a young team. So can they stack up a bunch of wins? Yeah, but I mean, if we look at it, I probably got them winning anywhere between 42, 45.
We're talking about the Cavs. I got a question for you guys real quick, if you don't mind, Troy.
No, do you think so?
Who's going to pick up Colin Sexton?
I don't know.
Because I'm a Mavericks fan, and I would love to see him in Dallas on a cheap deal.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Don't you got Spencer Dinwiddie out there?
It don't matter. That can't hurt him.
No, but Sexton next to Luka, and then say you got Dinwiddie off the bench, or vice versa. You got Sexton coming in off the bench.
Well, you
But
brought,
Sexton's
but
not going to
then,
want to come off the bench.
but I
I
don't
would
understand that.
let Dinwiddie come off the bench too. Anyway,
But Dinwiddie didn't go there to come off the bench. Dinwiddie went there to be a focal point in their offense. Like he
Well, not
started in the
exactly,
offense.
because no one knew that Brunson was leaving.
right. I was gonna say he went there to be a focal point, part of the mix of
He went there to
the
run the second
rotation.
unit.
yeah,
Yeah, the rotation.
Yeah, he
but
went
I'm
there to
just
run
saying,
the second unit.
I don't think he cared if he starts as long as it's for the right situation.
Right, yeah,
Like,
you're right.
would be a better starter than him.
I think Dinwiddie on a team that just went to the Western Conference Finals, you pick up a young talent like Colin Sexton, who also is coming off of injury, and we got to wait to see what he looks like. But
I mean,
I think that Dinwiddie would have no issues with returning to a Western Conference finalist, and
I need to wait to see the
in
schedule.
the same role he was in for the last 20 games of the year last year.
Yeah,
I need to see the schedule.
But if you're Dallas, you don't want to be paying him that money to be that off the bench guy,
right.
because he's got a crazy contract.
Brooklyn finished with 7 less wins than Boston, right, which would have had him in second place. So 51 was Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. You telling me the next team fully healthy can't win 50 games?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking a question. I'm not saying that you said
top
that.
3 either, though. I mean, based
Right,
off of that,
but
based
50,
off of that,
51, 51, 51.
Yeah, that
The highest team, the highest one was 53 in the Heat.
Capable of winning 50 games.
And every team in the East is better, right? Stacked now, right? There's more competition out there, right?
But what I would say is
it's going to be top heavy, right? So I could see the Nets and that top having 50 wins, right in the middle of the Bucks, Sixers, and Boston,
Bucks
where they were this year.
Injuries just like
no, I'm saying this year. I'm just saying not. I'm saying fully healthy next year. I can see the Nets squeezing in between somewhere in between Boston, Bucks, and the Sixers.
Yeah, nobody's saying they. I
and
just
I
don't
think
think
that's
they'll
3.
be top 3. That's all.
I think that's 3.
I don't.
Boston's 2, Milwaukee's 3, and Philly's 4. I can see them squeezing into 3. It'd probably be Bucks, Boston, Nets.
Do you think Miami's going to fall off that much to 5 or 6?
To 4, yeah.
That's all it is. Like, we just see it differently. I think those teams are just.
I could definitely see Miami falling to 4.
Miami, I can't.
You think Miami wins 53 games again?
Yeah, I think they win more.
I think they win
49,
48.
I don't know. They didn't really lose anything, and they got a couple of guys
Oladipo's
coming up who aren't even fully acclimated.
No, Oladipo's going to be a nice addition. You know, gives them
Oladipo,
some more offensive scoring,
and you're at 7.
You know, but nah.
Miami wasn't healthy all that much last year. Like Jimmy stayed out a couple of games. Bam, I think was hurt a little bit.
What person was all the way healthy? Who played 82 games last year?
Sure, we just see it.
3 people. Bro. 3 people.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Nick. So we're going to that. This guy didn't play this many games. This guy didn't play.
Yeah, but I'm
how many people played that many games?
Up, so we just see it differently. I feel like Miami, Brooklyn. I mean, Miami is better than the Brooklyn Nets right now. I feel like Philadelphia is a better team. I feel like Milwaukee is a better team. Like, that's just my reality.
We're not.
And I'm not saying that I never once said that the Nets was better than those teams. I just said I could see the Nets finishing top 3 in the East. That's all I said. You don't have to be better than a team to finish above them in a regular season. And that's why in the beginning I said we're talking about the regular season here. And somebody can lose a game. Somebody can lose a game that they're not supposed to lose, and the other team can win a game that they wasn't supposed to win, and then it puts them above in the standards at the end of the season.
And they was the number 1 seed before Kevin Durant got hurt.
I said that before you got
here. We were. Yeah,
they don't. It doesn't ring. It doesn't ring. It doesn't ring.
So, but we would be crazy. I know you guys keep saying fully healthy and all that, but we would be crazy to sit here and say that Brooklyn doesn't have a lot, like a ton of work
100%.
To get that team 100%. Gelled together. They got a lot of new pieces coming in there. There's a lot of trust broken in that locker room between coaches and players. There's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes. So I think for the first games,
you know who else got a lot of work to do, man? The Suns. And I think they're still going to end up on the top of the West. I still think they're
but they've been together for a longer period of time.
Right, but when I said this on Monday's show, when I said the Suns, I don't see them dropping off much. What did G-Baby say? Oh, you know, the camaraderie in the locker room, 8 and they want to be there, got beef. Nah, bro, those players play together, so I get it. And that's why I can understand Buat when you say the Bucks are better, this team is better. I'm not saying that the Nets are better than them at all. I'm just saying I can see the Nets taking more games in the regular season than some teams to put themselves in the 3rd seed.
It's not outside the realm of possibility. You got Kyrie and KD over there.
And Ben
You know what
Simmons
I
is
mean?
one of the great perimeter defensive
I
players.
didn't say that. I just think these other teams just are slightly better and more poised teams right now today. That's it. Like I need to see the Nets show me that poise.
I think they're
like
better
I don't
too.
like I haven't seen it. Incorporating Ben Simmons in your offense is huge.
A huge thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the Phoenix Suns is why I agree with you on the show on Monday. Like, yeah, I think the Suns are gonna be all right because their core is still the same.
100%.
They're not doing anything.
Fine. Monty
Their
Williams
core
is
still
light
the same.
years ahead of Steve Nash as a coach, so they'll be just fine.
Agree with that. That's Steve Nash, the worst coach in the league right now, to me.
Yeah, Luke Walton doesn't have a job anymore, so you might be right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
man.
don't
I don't know. Rick Carlisle's up there. Rick Carlisle's style is out of date. He does not deserve to be
What
coaching the
about
modern
Doc
NBA.
Rivers?
He still ain't worse than Steve Nash. I don't care what nobody says.
Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau still is.
Tom Thibodeau is a coach circles.
At least Tom
Nash.
Thibodeau's got an identity as a coach.
That's what I was going to say. Like Rick Carlisle don't have an identity anymore in this league.
Not
my
anymore. Not in
Like,
this. Not in this.
Doc got
modern
an
day
identity
NBA.
too. He's a leader of men. Like he just
Take it from a
Thibodeau
mad
He's a
fan.
leader of men.
yeah. Like he don't coach. He's a player's coach.
Tom Thibodeau a leader of man too. You see, just took that Knicks team to the playoffs with
Players
Julius
coach.
Randle being the best player.
So let me ask you.
Yeah, I don't know
What
if
happened to
any
that
other
leader?
coach really gets that success out of Julius Randle. Man, that was crazy.
What leader of men did he get out of the Clippers?
What you mean?
Who you talking about? Who? What coach you talking about?
Doc Rivers.
Oh, Doc Rivers overrated.
What
Oh,
leader
most
of men
overrated
did
coach
he?
in NBA history.
What
I'll go
leader?
that
Hold on. What
want y'all to
leader of
tell me
men?
what overrated
What
means
leader
to
of
you.
men? Hold on, boo up. You're dealing with me right now. What leader of men
Dealing with you about
did
what? Sorry?
he? What
Trolling
leader
don't
of
stop.
men?
What you want to do?
What leader of men did Doc Rivers lead on the Clippers?
What you mean? What leader of men?
You said he's a leader of men, so where was the
Yes.
leader of men at? I didn't see it on the
Yes.
Clippers. And I can swear those guys came out and was like
What?
they wasn't feeling Doc Rivers' play style in the Clippers when Kawhi and PG got there. I know I'm not tripping on that. So what leader of men did he lead
What?
there?
Paul George is the only one that said that.
Okay, but he
And
was also on the
also
team
it
while
was
the
lame
people
of
were.
him to say that. Matter of
Hey,
fact,
he's
That's
the leader
fine.
of
We're
the
not
it was very
we're
lame.
not talking about whether it's lame or not, but
Okay,
that's what
he
somebody
blamed
said.
the
Right?
coach because he didn't perform.
Okay.
That's what he did.
So did Doc Rivers make the right adjustments? Because you know
I
Doc
didn't
Rivers.
It's always on the players.
I
We're
didn't-
for the
Never
players
had.
and against the players.
Never has.
For the
You
players
say
and
you
against the
Doc
stay
players.
Rivers
on
has
your
never
side
had
of
made
things
the
and
right
let me stay on the
adjustments.
side of my thing.
Ever.
I'm
Not
saying
even
who's
Boston.
listening to me.
Who blew the most 3-1s lead as a coach?
Doc Rivers.
Facts. Who also had a lead, and then Josh Smith with James Harden being benched led a comeback, and they came back and beat him in that series. Who was the coach of that team?
Doc Rivers.
Who blew a 3-1
You
lead
want
with
to
the
keep
Magic?
asking me Doc Rivers questions? What's
I'm
your
just
point,
telling
SB?
you.
What's your point?
Everything
I still
points to
want to know
him.
who he led on the.
Okay.
Nobody.
What? Tell me
Thank you,
right
SB.
now.
Thank you.
As somebody said, Doc Rivers is one of the greatest coaches of all time.
And he won us a championship. I'm a Boston fan,
Like,
bro. I got
yeah.
those pants
That's
right
Again,
there.
utterly
when
blasphemy.
I
there,
hear
right
somebody
there.
tell me that Doc Rivers is overrated, I want you to tell me what
I
is
just-
overrated to you. Nobody
The most-
considers him one of the greatest.
Being named
coaches
one of the
of all
top 15 coaches in NBA history
History.
by the NBA is
time.
overrated.
He
That's
should
overrated.
be on that list.
No, he
No.
shouldn't.
It's not a
Winning one
name me some
championship, he
coaches
should
that's
be on
better
that
than
list.
Doc
One
Rivers.
championship?
Rudy Tomjanovich deserves to be on that list before
Okay.
Doc Rivers does.
Agreed.
I agree with you. Now tell me the guys that like what's the guy that won in Boston when he had Larry Bird and them.
Light up for me, please.
He don't have no outside of that little run, them titles. He don't have no great coaching record.
How
Doc
many rings he
Rivers,
got?
everywhere he's went to, has gotten better. You cannot deny him of that. You cannot deny
Hold
him.
on. Hold on. If you put any of those other 14 coaches on that top 15 list in that Boston situation,
Mhm.
I guarantee you they make the right adjustments to win more than one championship.
Yep.
Uh,
Facts. And did Philly get better than what they already
yes,
was?
Philly got better.
No, they
I
did.
think Philly is the same product.
They're the same team. They literally say the best Philly was with Jimmy Butler.
It seems really
That's
3-on-1 on
talent-wise.
Boo Up right now, and I rock with you, but I just am not a Doc Rivers fan at
That's
all.
cool. Nobody. I'm not telling you to be a Doc Rivers fan. I'm not saying he's the greatest coach of all
ain't.
time. I'm telling you, he's not a bad coach. If you don't went somewhere and made players and teams
That's what I
better
think that's
everywhere
what you
he's went, you can look at his track record. Teams have gotten better.
Put it
No,
on
he
Twitter
has not
like
won the
that,
title everywhere he's went.
That's not
But does that
100%
make you a
true.
bad coach? Is Jerry Sloan a bad coach to you?
No.
Hell no.
Okay, then he don't have a ring.
Okay,
He
but
don't
Hold
do
on.
some finals.
But everywhere
He
that
done blew
Doc
some
Rivers
stuff.
went, that front office gave him everything he needed and more to win multiple championships.
And he did not get the job done.
So
That
we're
That's
gonna
what I'm
say-
saying.
so
You
we're gonna
got
pretend
ring was
the
you got Paul
Clippers.
Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen. Then you got with the Clippers, you got Blake Griffin, Chris Paul,
Was
DeAndre Jordan playing at an All NBA level.
Let me
And you
ask-
got
DeAndre.
with that squad.
Let me ask Troy a question because he's the only Boston fan in here. Besides managing egos of that 08 Celtics team, what did Doc Rivers really do for that Celtics team besides manage egos?
And I don't really think he managed it that well because by the end of it, they hated each other.
Yep, that too. He managed it for 1 year.
who hated
One
each
year.
other? Just one player. They got into it. Ray Allen. That's it. Everybody else is pretty close on that team.
That broke
Ray
the
No,
Allen-
they had to fix they had to fix
Rondo
relationships.
had a rift
They had
with
to
Doc.
fix
Who?
relationships.
Rondo had a rift with Doc by the end of that.
Rondo and Doc, but I'm saying y'all said the players. Like, yeah, they broke up like a lot of teams break up, and it wasn't cute or whatever. Like the way Ray Allen left and went to Miami, that hurted feelings and that caused a lot of beef or whatever. But wait, what I'm saying is this: let's not act like in 09, if KG don't get hurt, Boston isn't poised to go back to the finals. KG got hurt. Does that not matter?
Is that more on KG being there than Doc though?
Right.
KG is a huge part of why they won.
Right,
the
that's
title.
what I'm saying. Is it more of KG being there, not being hurt, than it is on Doc being there and coaching the team?
I think if Tom Thibodeau was the head coach of the Celtics, they would have still did the same thing
Wait
they
a
did.
minute.
even
I
if
know
Doc
y'all
was
not
there.
trying to make it seem like I'm saying Doc is more important than players.
No, I'm
I don't
asking
think
you.
no coach
in
is
that
more
year,
important than players.
in that year, if would you have rather have KG healthy, right, or
Or
Doc
Doc
on the
Rivers.
sideline?
KG.
Okay.
Exactly. That's all we telling you.
KG is a what you mean that's all you talking about? KG is one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
No, because what it means, Buop, is you know you can win if KG is on the floor. You don't know if you can win as Doc Rivers as your coach because he's only done it once with three guys at the peak of their game, right at the end of their prime, at the peak of their game, like.
So
And
ask me that question.
then one goes down and you can't make adjustments to figure out the rest of the team. It wasn't built for one guy to get hurt.
Question about
Who
Phil
is that
Jackson.
on?
Ask me that question about Phil Jackson.
Well,
how many
Would I rather had not had?
How many championships you got?
I can do it with every team.
Okay, go ahead. No, say what you going to say. Without
So
Phil
KG
Jackson.
is arguably
No,
the most-
say,
the Celtics-
no, Boop, say
Celtics-
what you going to say. Say what you going to say
Listen.
about Phil Jackson. Go ahead.
So I'm finna make the equivalent. Is KG arguably not the most important player on that Celtics team? Why they won? Arguably, right?
Arguably, yes.
Arguably, yeah.
Years.
So
Go ahead with the
Even
Bulls.
Ray.
So
Go ahead, please say. Please don't say the Bulls.
Scottie Pippen or Michael Jordan. Who would I rather have on the court? Scottie Pippen or would I rather have Phil Jackson on the sidelines? Let me see. Let's play crazy.
Let's play crazy. Let me see. Phil Jackson implemented a system, and then they started winning with it.
Oh.
Okay. Remember, you was the one who said that
Oh.
Scottie Pippen in his first year came off the bench. You know, he
They
wasn't
didn't
really a
win.
good
Scottie
player.
Pippen wasn't there. Scottie Pippen.
This
Phil
is
Jackson
what
wasn't
I said
there.
against because the
Phil
Bulls'
Jackson wasn't there,
whole
Troy.
But as soon as Phil comes,
Phil
what happens?
wasn't there.
but
As soon as Phil
the
comes,
Bulls,
what happens?
the Bulls' whole success
He
came
implements a
from
system that works,
the
right?
triangle system.
I would rather
And this
have
how you
Phil.
know the system worked. Michael Jordan retired, and they still won 55 games without arguably the greatest player of all time.
I would take Phil.
So
What
you'd
are you
rather
talking
have
about?
Phil than Scottie Pippen?
If I can implement another all-around player like that, it will still be the same thing.
Okay.
What are you talking about, bro?
Y'all sound
It's a
retarded.
system.
Both of y'all.
How
Y'all
we sound
retarded right
retarded?
Fuck.
Y'all sound retarded.
No, fuck.
So wait, okay. Now listen. Now okay.
Oh,
now watch
we're not
this.
getting away from
If
Scotty's
we-
greatness, but if you're telling me that if you take a guy that came into a place, implemented a system, won championships, left that place, went to another place, implemented the same system, and won championships.
If
If
you're
you're
saying the
telling me
players
to
didn't
take
matter,
times.
him,
Kobe and Shaq
if you're
didn't matter.
telling me to take him,
Kobe
right?
and
Okay,
Shaq
we're
didn't
not
matter.
taking away from Kobe and
What-
Shaq
what
or
are you
Pippen and
talking
Jordan.
about?
We're not. If you let me finish, maybe you'll understand what I'm
You're
talking
not
about.
making no sense, Troy.
How am I not making sense?
You're not.
How am I not making sense when
You're
you're not
telling me
even
that
letting
you're
me
going to
finish?
take one of the best players off the team.
That's
'cause
not
you'd
what I
rather have
said.
the coach.
That's not. But you're not letting me explain. So how could you say I don't make no sense if you're not letting me explain?
Go ahead, Troy.
I just want to know how am I supposed to let you know what I'm saying if you won't let me say it?
Say what you want to say, Troy.
Like, what I'm saying is, if you're looking at Phil Jackson as a coach and what he has done, right? The question is, would we rather have Phil on that Bulls team than Pippen? We're not taking away from Pippen, but we're saying when this guy came in, he implemented a system and they started winning. If Pippen wasn't on that team, you don't think Phil could have implemented the same system with another guy and put in place and still got the same results. I'm not saying to Scottie Pippen's
No.
level or skill of player,
No.
but you couldn't put a Horace Grant in that situation and just give him a
No.
little bit more, and they couldn't win. You
No.
couldn't get another
Hill.
guy in that situation. A Grant, like, come on, like, no,
Absolutely, Grant Hill.
figured it out.
We can't
Grant
say,
Hill.
but Grant Hill at his.
No, I didn't say Grant Hill.
I'm just
didn't say
saying.
Grant Hill.
I'm thinking of an all-around small forward that did. That's the next person.
No.
That's the next best person to that
You're
level.
bringing
at
up
that time.
great players.
No, I didn't say that.
Bring an
I didn't say
average.
that.
I'm gonna
I
bring
said-
up a name. I don't
said
agree, but I'll
Horace
bring up a
Grant.
name.
He's a great player.
What about like
I
a
didn't know
dead
Horace
left
Grant was
shrimp?
that great.
A deadlift shrimp. Now he ain't really a defender.
I don't know.
Scotty.
Seattle
Sort
got
of.
to the finals with that left shrimp as their
Sort
starting
of.
small
I can
forward.
go there with you,
Yeah.
Mac. I can sort of go there with you.
Nah,
Sort of.
yeah.
I don't.
Okay, but look,
see-
what system has Doc Rivers ever implemented on any team? Tell me what is the Doc Rivers
That's one
Doc
of the
Rivers
multiple
system?
championships.
Did you hear me say it's
And
a
you
Doc
cannot,
Rivers
but
system?
Buap, you can't sit here and act
Did
like
y'all
Phil
hear me
Jackson
say
and all those championships didn't have different pieces rotate in and out and still go and win championships.
Who?
Yep.
Phil Jackson.
You're not going to replace Scottie Pippen and win the title unless you tell me who the player is.
I'm not even. I'm. Listen. If Scotty's not there, you put Phil there without Scotty ever being on that team, and we never seen Scotty and Jordan. I think the same outcome comes with Phil going in there with that system. That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
I don't think
Who
they
was
win
Phil
6,
Jackson
but they
before the Bulls?
he was like a
Hey, he
assistant
was
coach.
exactly what the Bulls needed, though, and that's what I'm saying, Buap.
Tex Winters really is.
So
the guy
wait.
that
No,
designed
okay,
that offense.
okay, but Buap.
That's fine, but he implemented it and made it work,
Let's not do
right?
this.
Wait, Troy. Buap. Who was the Bulls coach before Phil?
Phil Collins. I mean, Doug
Okay,
Collins.
so
Doug
Doug
Collins.
Collins. So if
Doug
they,
Collins.
so if they never hire Phil, do
What?
they three-peat 2 times with Doug?
You say who?
Do that same Bulls team 3-peat 2 times with Doug?
No.
Didn't say they did. Didn't say they would. I'm
But
not
I guarantee
downplaying.
you,
I'm not downplaying Phil.
But I can tell you this though.
And I'm not downplaying Scotty.
If
but
I
you asked me a question, answered it.
replaced who was the next assistant for the Thibodeau, right? If I replaced Doc Rivers with
Thank
Tom
you, Taz.
Thibodeau,
Good Taz in the building.
Celtics team would still win. The Celtics team would
Doc
have won under
Rivers.
Thibodeau.
Hold on, I got you. Doc Rivers was a coach of the year in Orlando.
And he blew a 3-1 lead
in the first round.
in the first round. What are
Was
we
he not
talking
the 8th
about?
seed?
He was.
He
He was the
3-1.
8th seed. I will tell you that. I will
Right.
agree with
He
that.
was
He was
the
the 8th
8th
seed go
seed,
against
he
the
was
Pistons
up
team that ended up
3-1,
winning
so
the
let me
championship.
guess. That makes it a little different than 8th seed.
It don't make
But
no
those are
difference to you. When
right.
like it
No,
don't make no
not
difference
supposed
to you, of course.
No,
It
it's
makes
not
a difference.
supposed to. If you up 3-1 in the
makes a
series,
difference.
you up 3-1 in the
But let me-
series.
It's a
let me-
series
I don't
for
care
a
if you
reason.
finish
It's a series for a
8,
reason.
9,
It's a
or
series for a
10.
reason.
Boo up.
Series for a reason.
And how many series go up 3-1
Buap,
and the
let me
person
ask you
that
this.
has one win comes back and win? A small percentage of them. So
And
who you
at
think
that
the
time, that
people-
was
who
rare.
you
And at
think-
that
who
time,
you
that was
think
rare.
the people are gonna go with? The team that's up 3-1 or the team that's down 1-3?
The team
Like,
that's
let's
up
really
3-1.
do it in Doc's
I want
time
you
when
to
he
tell
was
me
doing
the
it in
team
that
you went
time.
with before
Like,
the series started. That's what I want you to tell me. That's what I want you to tell me. Don't let the games play out and then be like, oh, they finna lose. Tell me who you picked before the series start. And then don't be shocked when that team win, rather than 6 or 7.
One of the same one of the
care.
same series with T-Mac when the interviewer said said it was already done, right?
Feels good to make the second round.
Is that
So who's
Doc
really
T-Mac
doing the
said that
prediction?
shit or what?
That was
You talking
T-Mac.
about another guy? You talking about another guy that never got out the first
It plays
round,
your part.
so he was a
It plays
ninth
your
man.
part as a coach to tell
Right.
your players it's
Talking
not
about
over
another
yet.
guy.
Beat him
You
with
gonna
T-Mac.
quote T-Mac?
no, that
the
player
guy
that
who never
shows you
made it
as
out
a
the
coach.
first round, right? You gonna quote him, right?
But that's what he said, though, right? But a good coach will
Doc
always
wasn't
tell
always
them
his
your
coach. Why he
players.
didn't get out the first round then?
But look, it's a good coach will always tell his players the series ain't over till it's over. So obviously Doc wasn't doing his job enough so T-Mac wouldn't go out there and say
Doc
that.
literally told his players,
Nah,
if we go out there and fight,
If Yao
we
could
will
have stayed
be
healthy,
the
he would have
end
been out of the
of.
first round.
Doc told his team, if we go out there and fight, we will win the game.
Yep.
That's what he said. Live on fucking 4K. If we fight, we will win the game. That's not how you fucking coach. It's not how you coach, bro. It's not how you coach. Not today. Maybe in 08,
But-
it worked for him. Great. I'm not taking nothing away from Doc in 08. I'm just saying, in today's game, right? We talk about other coaches, right? That was the conversation. Other coaches that don't fit in this time. Well, you said he's a lead of leads or whatever you said. I don't remember the exact thing you
I
said.
said he's a leader of men. Yes.
Leader of men.
He's
And all I'm
managed
saying
ego.
is in the 2000s and 15s, on, I have not seen him lead men. I have seen men lead him, but I've not
Agreed.
seen him lead
But-
men. And I'm sorry. And
And I
Doc has
wanna
won
say
us a
this.
championship. And I actually have the ring right over there. And you know it.
He
Buap.
didn't win y'all
And
a
when-
championship.
when-
You just
when
helped coach
things
to the
start
Wait,
team.
no, yeah, you're right. He
Really
did win us because his adjustments suck.
Mm-hmm.
When
Thank you,
things
Buap.
start to go a little south with Doc Rivers led teams, it seems like everything falls apart at the seams, and Doc just completely checks out. It's happened everywhere he's gone. When you think about it, by the end of his Clippers run, that team hated each other. Chris Paul wanted to go fight Blake Griffin in the locker room when the first time they met up. The next time they met up with the Clippers, people were talking about breaking up in Kawhi and PG already after 1 year together because of the way Doc Rivers left that team. Remember, he said Ty Lue was sitting right next to me. He can't get him that far. He got him further.
And the team played better under Ty Lue than they did with Doc Rivers.
He got him there without Kawhi.
Y'all telling me basically other guys are better coaches than Doc, which I will agree with. Ty Lue is a better
I
coach.
just said he didn't deserve top 15.
Today.
I didn't. I wasn't talking about today. I was more talking about the
But that's what I was
part.
talking about when I said it. Well, they said overrated. I didn't say overrated, but when I was talking about Doc being a coach, I was saying that's why I said Tom Thibodeau. Because in today's, people would say, "Oh, Tom shouldn't be in the league because he's worried about defense. He's sitting Kemba." These were some of the conversations that were being had. So that's what I said. The overrated thing. I don't know where you rate Doc Rivers. He is a championship coach. You know, he does have a winning record as a coach.
I don't think his style is conducive to winning in today's NBA.
But I'm just saying, with me, you could argue the overrated with them two, boy, because they said it. With me, I don't think his game, the way he coaches today, is going to work.
It's the same thing with Rick Carlisle.
Could Philly win a championship with Doc Rivers coaching that team? Yes, they can, but I would put that more on James Harden and Embiid figuring it the fuck out.
But that's how I operate. That's how I'm. All I'm telling you, no matter what, it starts with the players. Yeah. Let's not act like Chris Paul is a guy before Doc and after Doc have blown leads.
Facts, but he just made it to the finals.
Absolutely.
He just made it to the finals.
In the finals, he was up 2-0. He choked. If that's the case.
I think Giannis just took that. That was a different.
Sometimes that happens too, SV. Sometimes you lose to the better team. Yeah,
agreed.
Like, didn't Chris Paul have a nerve problem too? Wasn't he hurt?
Man, he always hurt.
He
always hurt. He always hurt.
He was always hurt with Doc. He was always hurt with Doc.
I'm just saying.
If you were to ask me right now who I want in today's game, Ty Lue or Doc Rivers, I think Ty Lue. I think Ty Lue is one of the best coaches in the league. I think Ty Lue makes overrated.
Honestly, at any point in time, I don't care what it is. If it's a Ty Lue or Doc, I'm taking Ty Lue over Doc at any point in time.
I just think his mid-game, mid-series adjustments are like second to none right now. I've seen it. After he lost Kawhi with the Jazz, he sold me on him as a coach.
But won't you agree though that it took him to go around the league as an assistant coach to get that type of, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think it took him winning in Cleveland, to be honest.
Yeah, but he was assistant coach for a while before he won in Cleveland. That's all I'm saying. Like that's what I would rather see.
He didn't win. He didn't win in Cleveland as an assistant. Huh? He didn't win in Cleveland. He won the championship as the coach. He didn't win as an assistant.
But he was the assistant. He was the assistant in Cleveland.
They didn't win. They didn't win though.
I didn't say he won. I'm saying
you said he won as an assistant.
No.
You did.
No, I didn't say that.
You did. You probably didn't mean to say, but you did.
I definitely didn't, because I know he didn't win as assistant. I know he was there.
You said it. No,
don't worry, SB. I'll send him the clip because he did say it. You just probably made a mistake, but you did say it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna send you the clip.
Please do.
Yeah, he definitely.
Like I said, he was an assistant before. That's all I'm saying. He was an assistant. He made his bones as an assistant. He went around the league. He coached behind other great coaches, and he learned how to become a great coach within himself. That's all I'm saying.
Just ask what other teams.
Don't a lot of coaches do that though?
That's what I said.
Yes.
That's it.
What teams was he assistant? What teams was he assistant on? I'm just asking because I don't remember.
He was assistant on the Doc Rivers in Boston.
Okay, what else?
And then he was assistant again with the Clippers after the Cleveland head coaching job.
Okay, Clippers and what? The Cavs under David Blatt. So pretty much it's just under Doc Rivers and David Blatt.
Yeah.
So which David Blatt, my word.
I was going to say David Blatt.
And pretty much.
He ain't really learning too much of nothing. I don't think he really learned nothing different under them.
I think Ty Lue already knew
what you're
more
saying,
than
he's been
David
a great
Blatt when
coach
he was
day
an
one.
assistant.
That's what you're saying.
I think from day one he showed that he's a better coach than Doc Rivers and David Blatt. I'll bet. Day one.
I love you guys.
What you say, Nick?
Yeah, I think did Buar freeze or one of them freeze, or was it just me?
Ooh, we lost. We lost some connection here.
Yeah, Mac, you frozen.
Yeah, Mac.
Am I good now? I can hear y'all.
No, he can hear you, but there you go.
There you go. Yeah. I thought it was me. I'm like, oh no,
I'm good.
For the technical difficulties again, but I see me and you was moving, so we good. But yeah, I'm just saying, Ty Lue showed me that he was a better coach than David Blatt and Doc Rivers day one.
I just don't think his coaching is conducive to
I
his
can't
game.
say that.
I mean, if I got 3 superstars with high egos, then maybe I'll take Doc because he can manage
I mean,
egos.
It's like,
can
can we
It's the
imagine,
same
but
thing
Buap,
though
can
with
you
Rick
imagine?
Carlisle.
didn't
That's
have
what
a
I'm
great
trying to say.
trio.
Would you say, Buap,
Carlisle's won
if
two
you
had a
rings
heard,
better
more than
trio.
Doc.
2
He can't win anymore.
but
Who?
Buap, if you heard a snippet,
Carlisle.
if you heard a snippet on the sideline from Greg Popovich, and Greg Popovich said, "Come on, guys, we got to keep fighting. We fight, we win this game." You're gonna be looking at Greg like, "Come on, I know you better than that. Like you got some tricks up your sleeve to do something, right?"
Comparing him to Greg Popovich, and I would never.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you take Greg and Greg said some shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
we would be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck, Greg?" But
Time
for
to
Doc
retire,
to be
Greg.
looked at as
Gotta
a top
retire.
I just don't have the same expectations.
I watched that
for
man
Dr.
No,
run
Rivers.
on
me
the
either.
court.
And that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
I'm not saying
got
he
high
overrated. I'm just trying to
expectations. I don't
gauge.
have
Retire, Greg.
I'm not saying he overrated, but I'm just trying to gauge where you where your thought process on Doc is, because I hear the consensus around Doc is Doc should not be in the league today.
I don't think he should be necessarily a coach either right now. I think the game has passed him up. Yes.
Yeah, overrated. I'm not with him. He
I'm
has
just
won a
saying
championship.
overrated to me is
He's a
strong.
winning coach.
When I know that Mac don't think he's that great, like he's not the elite of the elite coaches. Like I think it's the only reason why he made that top 15 is because it's truly not a lot of coaches that you can say got a better resume than.
Yeah, with the wins and stuff like that, because he
That's
has had
all
good
I'm
teams.
saying.
He has good
I
players.
still
But I
think
hear you
that,
on the
like,
Rudy T though. The Rudy T, I can definitely get with you.
he got snubbed so bad, man.
Yeah,
What
he
he
got
was
snubbed.
able to do.
I agree.
People forget that Houston was a 6 seed on that second run.
Yeah.
They were a 6 seed. They were not supposed to go back to the finals that year.
I agree.
And Rudy T had a lot to do with it. Obviously, Hakeem is Hakeem, and he did his damn thing like he always did. But man, look what the job Rudy T was able to do that second run is what I admire about Tom Janovich, personally.
No, I hear you.
Taz said he not bottom 5. After I look, he bottom 10.
What's about Steve Nash? Bottom
Nah,
one.
nah,
Nobody's
nah,
in the league
nah.
worse than Steve Nash. I don't care.
I don't know. Yo, I so think Rick Carlisle is the worst coach right now.
I'm
I'm
taking
a Mad
Rick Carlisle
fan,
with
bro.
Nash.
Like I watched the deterioration
Yeah.
Rick Carlisle, like, and then at the end it was just film because he can't connect with the players anymore. He's
That's what
like,
it is more so than anything. Like,
bro,
I
you
think
can't.
Doc is
you
the
can't
same way. I
connect
don't
with
think the
Luka.
players connect with him.
no, I think the
You can't
players
connect with
connect
Luka.
him. I
Call
just
up the
think
play, give Luka the
I
ball.
think
You
the
can't
young
connect with him.
players connect with him. I think the older players don't connect with Doc. Like
I
the
think all
veterans
players
in the league,
connect
I
with
don't
him.
think
It's
they
just
connect with him.
what
Yeah.
Doc problem is he don't make adjustments and he will die with the guys who got him wherever they got him to.
Right.
Like that's how he coaches.
Agree with that.
He will
100%.
die on them guys. He's going to go
He
with
is
his
loyal.
guys that got him
Yeah,
as far
he's
as
loyal.
He is
he's
loyal.
loyal. That's what his problem is. He don't make those are the real adjustments that he don't make. He'll see a guy tired, but he'll really die on that guy. Let him go. I watched.
Let me ask y'all about another
Big
coach.
Davey. Huh?
Go ahead.
What about another coach? He's getting another chance this year. What do y'all think of Mike Brown?
I think he deserved the opportunity, but I don't know if I would have took the job in Sacramento though. That's the only thing that I'm questioning.
He can't do any worse than Luke Walton.
No. He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
No, he's not that bad.
I
And
mean,
he does deserve a chance.
Mike
but
Brown's one of those
deserves a
guys you
chance.
want to come in and develop your young players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's
But
one of those guys. I would have liked to see Mike Brown get there before they traded Halliburton and see how he was able to manage Halliburton.
I would have kept Halliburton over anything. But I got a question for you, dude. How much better does Mike Brown make the Sacramento Kings?
I mean, Sacramento Kings need Jesus.
They need his father. That's who they need. They need the Lord himself.
I mean, honestly, like, but when
the
you
West
look at
gets
it,
tough right now. It's hard for them to get in there.
but yeah, absolutely. They could be fighting for a play-in.
They won
could be
30
fighting for a
games. But I can see them winning 30 games again.
I think they could be better because they had
When
guys
your duo is
middle
Fox
of the
and
season.
Sabonis, you're giving a lot up on the defensive end of the ball, man.
Yeah.
You know, Rashawn Holmes might not even be there. He's got to beat his case. People ain't talking about that. He's got to beat his case too.
You got a case? I know that.
Yep.
Yeah, domestic violence.
Don't they still got Bagley?
No, he's in Detroit.
No, he's in
Yeah, he's in
Detroit.
Detroit.
Exactly. Like,
The
who's
best
going to be
thing,
holding down the interior besides
Kings
Sabonis?
making
You
a
know what,
playoff,
Sabonis?
Roddy.
that's
Okay.
wild. No, what I was hoping
Play-in?
what they did
No.
though was
Portland
like
making the
run
playoffs.
through Halliburton
Play.
and that Donovan Mitchell guy. I was like, okay, I knew Fox was gonna be gone, but to trade
Davion
Mitchell, yeah, and I think
Off night.
that backcourt would have been nice if they actually let them grow. Honestly, to me, but
I think Fox was the guy to trade. To be honest.
Yeah, me too. But I think if I was Fox, I would have asked
Buddy should.
I just heard Portland. I think Portland's going to be all right because most improved players coming out of Portland.
Yeah,
Nasir Little.
Nasir Little was nice. Nasir is nice.
He's going to be the most improved player next year. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can see Portland finish around 9-10, 8-9-10.
I can see that too.
We got Dame back healthy. You got Dame back healthy now. He hasn't been healthy the last
2 years.
Since really since before the Olympics, right? Like it was apparent in the Olympics how hurt he was.
But I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Where you got the Nuggets finishing?
I see a lot of people want to be high on them this year.
Top 3 is what we was hearing on Monday.
I got top 3.
That's why. Are you depending on Michael Porter Jr. being healthy?
I got him
5-6.
If healthy, they top 3. But if not healthy, then
I can't see MPJ lasting more than like 35 games, man. That problem is not something that's just going to go away.
No, it's not. See, if I feel like the Nuggets were stupid to the fact that if I was running the Nuggets and I seen Dame had got hurt and I see what's going on MPJ and Jamal Murray, I would have called Portland. Look, I got MPJ, Jamal Murray, and Will Barton because they got rid of him anyway, and some picks. Give me Dame Lillard. And the Dame Lillard that
you probably would have to give him Morris too.
Probably, maybe.
Whatever. Give him Morris. Give him Uncle Jeff. Give him whoever.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, they definitely but he said that.
I said Jamal Murray.
He said Jamal Murray, MPJ, Will Barton, Morris, and a couple of picks.
Gone.
I worry about the Nuggets again. I'm one of these guys.
I don't know how Dame and Jokic fits together.
How offensively, I'm not worried about
Dame is Jamal Murray on steroids.
I'm very worried about Dame.
Dame is literally Bubble Jamal Murray on steroids.
But Dame has never played with a center to that magnitude. Is what I'm saying.
He ain't never played with the player to that magnitude.
To that magnitude, right?
But that to me,
maybe it could lift his game. Maybe I don't know.
I think it'll work just because Dame is just a better player than Jamal Murray. He's a more proven player than
100%.
And I just think
Murray's coming off injury.
And I don't think Lillard really want to like run the offense like that, like truly run the offense.
But does he want a big man running his offense?
Yeah,
you can trust Joker.
If it's working, I think if it's working,
And then Joker got a guy who can actually hit those clutch shots at the end consistently.
All right, Mac, where you got them finishing? I can see them finishing top 5, but not 3.
I'll go 5.
5. I respect it.
I'll go 5.
I think 3 is too high because I still got the Phoenix Sun there. I still got Memphis there. I still got Golden State there. I still got Dallas there. I got New Orleans up there in the top 5, 6. I got the Clippers up there in the top 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, the Lakers are going to be somewhere in the mix. You know, Portland, I got them. Portland somewhere in the mix at the bottom of 7, 8, 9, 10.
The regular season is different though. Jokic,
that's what I'm saying.
Regular season, best regular season player argued the last 2 years.
He could be the best player regular season
that's
player.
What
but
we're talking about.
That's what matters. That's what matters. That's what matters.
I'm not telling you that he's finna win a title. I'm telling you that the regular season is a different season from the playoffs. So regardless on who's going to be better than them in the playoffs, that has nothing to do with what Jokic do right now in the regular season.
And he was.
But I'm talking about the regular season, though.
Right? But
when they finish is a regular season thing.
That's not a team of
right? But I didn't say the Clippers. I said the Clippers finishing 3-4. Like we can't act like when they help.
That's better than the work. That's better than the Nuggets.
2 years ago when they was healthy, what did they finish?
Yo, fellas,
like 4 or 5.
Right. That's what I said.
Yo, fellas, I gotta jump.
All right, Nick. We about to get out of here soon anyway. Go ahead, dude.
Yo, SP, it was nice meeting you, bro.
Yeah. I think we chopped it up on TikTok before, Mac. I think we did before. We probably read it on video.
Yeah, Mac Daddy NBA?
Yeah, I think I seen you before. Yeah. I think we had Steve video, so we got to look. Yeah. All right, man.
All right, well.
Yeah, take care, brother.
All
right, brother.
Anytime. I'm ready to come back. Anytime.
I got you. Gotta get you back on the day show. I got you.
All right, later.
Salute.
But
now what we were saying was just like Joker. I know they finished at 60, but if you go back and look, they was only a couple games out for being the top seed, and that was with Joker by himself.
I understand that. That's 100%.
That matters.
No, 100%. I'm not going to sit here and have the same conversation we had Monday.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is, can I see the Nuggets finishing top 3? Yeah, but I can also see other teams knocking them out of the top 3.
Agreed.
Could the Nuggets have finished top 3 this year with just Jokic?
No.
They almost.
They
was
almost
close.
did.
No,
They almost did.
They
They
almost
almost
did.
did. They almost
They
did.
almost did.
they didn't though. They was the
But-
60.
But they was
But
close.
that's my point, boy. That there was a 60. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
is,
I'm saying
when we're
no.
saying is it when we're saying, well, you're saying no. I'm saying no too. But they had a chance to finish in top 3 this year.
Top 3. Yep.
They had a chance. We're just joking. They had a chance. So that's not. It's not made up. They had a chance, and that's all I'm saying. Is
somewhat.
they had a chance to finish if they would have won some of those games down the stretch. The construction of the Westwood could have been a lot different.
Yep.
But because they didn't have their other player in Jamal Murray, they lost those games. Teams outplayed them in those games, and they fell in the spots. And then they had to play the Warriors in the first round.
Honestly, I know everybody bringing up Utah see NBA trade, but the team who really gonna suffer the most with the West being as good as the Lakers. The Lakers, that's gonna be bad, bro. The West was the best. They didn't make it last year. I feel bad for this year. It's gonna be tough.
But we know the Spurs not
I
going
already
to
feel bad for them.
That's good.
I think when they healthy,
I think Memphis falls 2
I
spots.
think the Lakers are a 7,
4,
8
5.
seed fully healthy.
Healthy. Yeah.
7th to 8th. I can see them 7, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
6 tough because we just said like
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 teams that I know gonna probably be better than them.
Yep.
Yeah, but we get AD. We get the AD from the bubble, and we get they figure out Westbrook.
They don't have no depth. That's what
They
I'm
don't have
worried
no-
about.
That's where I was going. They could figure out
That's
something with their
about
bench. They could
being
figure out a
able to
rotation that works.
Yeah,
That roster is trash. That roster.
But that's what happens when you
trash.
get 47-year-old LeBron.
They don't have no depth. Like I think the
47
Clippers
years old.
better
I think
than
they
them.
2 backup point guards is what Kendrick Nunn and Scottie Pippen Jr. They backup center is what Thomas Bryant. The best backup they got on the team is Lonnie Walker from the Spurs. That's it. Besides
Thomas
that,
Bryant's solid though, low key. People just don't know about him. But
Thomas
he's solid
Bryant is
with the
solid.
Wizards.
I mean, come behind AD though, I don't know.
Well, ain't nobody gonna truly be solid if that's the case. Unless you just
Well,
got
if AD
dogs.
injured again, then he's gonna be solid.
Oh yeah, if that's the case, then yeah. Because
I
AD
just can't-
gonna be good for about a good 60, hopefully 60 games, and that's me being nice by saying 60
60 what?
games. He gonna play 60 games.
Who?
AD.
Yeah, that's being generous. Yeah,
That's
he
being
needs to play
generous.
70 games.
Yeah, he need to
Yeah,
play
he play about
75 for
70.
me.
Yeah.
I need to see about 75 of those shits so he can affect those games and put them in good places where they can win games. But yeah, I could definitely see the Lakers at the bottom. I could see the Clippers finishing around 5, 6 because, like you said, they're not a regular season team.
They don't care about it.
But at the end of it, when season starts to fall in place, they're going to start to care who they get first. So that's where I think they could pick up their game or drop their game a little bit more. Because if they're too high and they got to play somebody they don't like, because you know how the Clippers do.
Yep.
They don't like them, they'll drop or they'll go up. So that's what I'm saying. We don't know what any team is going to look like. I don't know. Boston can finish in 6th place next year. Would that be a shocker to everybody? Hell the fuck yeah. But it's not impossible. It's not like it cannot happen.
To me, yeah, because how they finished, but I wouldn't be surprised because they started the year off slow and then got hot.
That's what I'm saying. Like
It's possible. Another team
I
gonna do the
think
same thing.
this
did.
Boston team was not the same team that started the scene last year.
Agreed.
Like this team is if they have
100%.
an identity now, like
Mhm.
they know who they are now, and I think that's gonna matter versus Brooklyn, who don't know who they are yet, and
Yeah, 100%.
Milwaukee know who they are, Miami know who they are. These are why. That's
That's
I
why
say
those matchups are so tough for either which team. So that's why I said if Boston comes out next year and the Bucks beat them, the Heat beat them, I'm not mad.
Do
We
y'all
just
think,
can't get beat by Philly. We can't get beat by those teams. But if the Bucks come out and beat us, I'm not mad if we lost to the Bucks.
Do you think that Jaylen Brown being pissed gonna fuck up with the chemistry? Or you think he just gonna be like,
No, because the rumors wasn't true.
no, it was
Even
true,
if
but
they-
he can't
No,
get
they
mad.
weren't. No, they weren't.
even if I'm
No,
just
they weren't.
saying,
Boston Globe came out and said the rumors wasn't true. That the Boston and the Nets never talked on a package.
Oh, okay.
I'm
It
just
wasn't
saying,
true.
even if it was, it's a business. So I think he's professional enough to understand that. I don't think he
He could have did that any year, because
Yeah.
every year he was in trade rumors. He could have did it any year. Came out pissed
Yeah.
and fucked up thing. But no, I think he has a really good relationship with Jason
Brad.
Tatum, and they trust each other out there. And I think we're gonna see that again next year. They're gonna trust each other a little bit more, and they're gonna trust the guys around them a little bit more, to where they ain't gonna be ball hogging or just depending on them to get points. But we just need the guys around us to be consistent. And that's for everybody. Every team needs the guys around them to be consistent. We don't know how anybody's future is gonna hold. Like, we don't know who's gonna win the championship. We could speculate it's the Bucks, Boston, Golden State, or the Clippers, and the Nuggets could fucking win it, or the Bulls could fucking something happen, and Bulls could fucking win the
I wish, but for me as a fan of the game in general, I actually like it this way Don't get me wrong, it was cool with the Warriors and all them doing their thing, but
Yeah, I like it when it's up in the air.
Up in the air. I
It's
like it. I don't
fucking
really
the top
know.
teams for each conference is Miami, Boston, Bucks, Philly, and I'm gonna say the Nets. That's the Nets. That's the top 5.
Because
Right.
as much
Then the West: Phoenix, Golden State, Dallas, Denver, and the Clippers. I would say is the top 5 in it. So it's like out of those top 5, any one of those guys could win a championship.
Yeah, as much as we try to play the role,
I don't think Phoenix is going to 6.
No.
I think you're crazy if Phoenix is falling to 6.
Phoenix not falling to 6.
I don't see the Clippers being that high. Or
I don't see Clippers being 1 either.
Memphis is definitely not.
No, I actually see Memphis being at 4
I can see that.
with 52 wins, 52 to 49 wins.
Clippers don't care enough about the number 1 seed.
Without Jaren Jackson Jr. there, who's a big part of that team, that's going to hurt them.
But
they lost Kyle Anderson.
These
are 2 starters.
That's true. That's true.
It's going to hurt.
It's true.
But, yeah,
but if they could keep that chemistry and the identity they had when they lost Ja Morant, I think that team will be fine.
And I like
to win games in the regular season. I'm not talking about players. To win games in the regular season, I can trust those guys to win games in the regular season.
I could trust them to be a playoff team. I'm just saying, like, I don't see them being better than Golden State, Denver, or Dallas, or well, maybe I don't even see the Clippers though. Or
I think the highest they're gonna try to go is try to be like top 4 so they get home.
That's why I said I see Memphis finishing 4. I can see Golden State finishing with the best record, even though they don't have the same team. But I can also see Dallas finishing 1-2.
I don't think that. I can
see Phoenix. I can see Phoenix. I can see Phoenix finishing 1 again. Right. I can see Memphis finishing in the top 5 because it's a regular season. Like we're not talking playoffs.
I don't think the Warriors care too much about the
I'm looking at Memphis. I just don't trust their team the same way no more. They don't.
No, that's true. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I think those guys.
That same team, I definitely think they'd be a top 4 seed.
100%. But Jared Jackson will be back. You just got to find a replacement for him and utilize him in a way that can help your team out. Right, Jai has to figure something out where he's not bouncing all over the fucking place. Or if he is doing that, he has to not miss 25 games.
I would say he missed a lot of games.
Too. It's gonna do. I'm with you. It depends on a lot
without him, but I just like I'm saying, it's
not the same team. I get you.
So
those guys gonna have to dig a little deeper. Dylan Brooks and those guys gonna have to dig a little deeper to figure it out. The coach gonna have to dig a little deeper in his rotation to put somebody in a position where they could keep them silent to Jared Jackson come back. And I just think Memphis they could figure it out. They have so much confidence. Those guys are not going to go in the next year. But then you are right, boy. We can see them flop and end up out of the damn playoffs. I'm not saying it will go that far, but
I think they ceiling just based off what I'm looking at right now is a 6 through 8 range right now. Like it's because it's the West. It's because it's a talented conference. It's just they're being a mix. I think they're a 50-win team, but I just still think like Denver was a 50-win team and that put them at a 6 seed this year.
No, Denver was 48 wins.
It was?
Yeah, 48.
Yeah, they were 48.
They got Utah Dallas coming back too. Yeah, Utah.
But this is what I'm saying. I can see Phoenix winning 59 games. 59, 58 games, right? I can see Memphis winning 48, 52. I can see Golden State winning around 53 to 56. And I can see Dallas winning around the same thing, 53 to 56. I think they'll be a good regular season team, especially if Luka can stay healthy.
You think Curry will come back and have MVPs here?
Who?
No.
Curry.
No.
MVP type season. That's what
Steph Curry?
If they record is that high of a number, he gonna be in the conversation.
No, I think Clay be back. He'll have his footing under him. Otis Portis Jr. is still over there, right?
Nope, he gone. Toronto.
Oh, he did left. He did go to Toronto.
They got Devin.
They'll figure it out.
I don't see Steph having no real MVP because it's just gonna be.
I don't see him having an MVP season. No.
Take the regular season just a little bit more
Chicago at 8 is crazy.
Minnesota won 46. I can see them winning 49, 48, 49, 2 more games. Right. 2 to 5 more games than what they won this year. New Orleans won 36 games. I can see them winning a high 48 games.
48. They're going like
I can see them winning 48 games, 12 more games than what they won. I mean, yeah.
Everything gonna be based off of health. I think that team, New Orleans,
and the Clippers went 42. I can see the Clippers going 50.
50. Okay,
I can see the Clippers honestly being a 55+ win team. Like,
but if they 55 win, that puts them in the top 3. Because you got Phoenix with 64 this year, Memphis with 56, and then Golden State with 53. So, and we're just taking the standards as they are this year. If the Clippers finish with 55, they're at the 3rd seed.
Yeah, I can see them being the 3rd seed then. I mean, honestly, if we're going off of that,
Yeah, because that's all I'm saying. Was how many wins more you give them, and then even the Lakers, they had 33 wins this year. I can see them winning 40 games,
I
40,
can see the Lakers
42.
winning 45,
Yeah,
46.
40, 42 for me,
Yeah.
depending
They
on
gonna
how
have to
healthy
win
they are.
forty-five,
About that,
46.
yeah.
Depending on how healthy they
They
are.
gonna have to. If they
But
don't win
Portland won
45,
27. I can see Portland winning like 38 games, sneaking themselves into a play-in.
Like
I
they
think
play
Portland got to win. I think the 10 seed. What was the 10 seed this year?
34 and 48.
The West was weak at the bottom. God damn.
Yeah, it was weak at the bottom. It ain't gonna be weak at the
I
bottom
don't think it's
this
gonna be
year, though.
weak though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not this year.
I think it's gonna be.
Spurs,
You're gonna have to
Houston,
win like 40
OKC,
games to get in that play-in.
Sacramento is going to be weak.
That's
Those
what I
four
think.
teams.
Okay,
I
what
think
about the East? What about the East? The bottom of
And
the East.
the East gonna probably
bottom
be
of
the
the
same
East,
too.
Magic, Pistons, Pacers,
Charlotte
Washington. I don't
was
see
Charlotte won 43 games this
it.
year.
Yeah, Charlotte won 43. Knicks won 37.
Yeah, you're gonna have to win 40 in the East to get in the
Yeah,
play-in.
to get in the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be a very
No, you
competitive
had to
year.
win 40 this year to get into the play-in.
I don't think nobody gonna. You know what? I don't think nobody gonna win 60 games this year. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
Very
said I can
competitive.
see. I didn't. That's why when I did my list, I had nobody winning 60. Everybody winning
I don't
50.
see nobody winning 60.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of losses.
Maybe.
There's too many changes though. Too many people picked up pieces that could be vital for their teams and pushing them forward. On both
The only
sides, the
team
East
I
and the
think
West.
could win 60 games would probably be Golden State because they got the chemistry, and they can just rally off the championship success.
Healthy Chris Middleton, I can see the Bucks winning 60.
I say
That
I
too.
got
That
is
was
the
the only
Bucks,
other
maybe.
team. Bucks. That's
Yeah,
it.
Bucks,
Because
yeah.
of Giannis' dominance and whatever.
Mhm.
But I can't really see because it's just gonna be a competitive year, like a very competitive year.
Yeah.
So
It's
we
gonna
got
be a
some
lot
good
of
games.
teams that sneak
can't wait,
games in that you
Can't
wouldn't even
wait.
thought they gonna get. Like, damn.
Yeah. To then we got football too, though. To then,
Yeah.
football.
Got some football. Going to the game. Going to the
Patriots game.
Giants.
Oh,
Giants versus the Ravens game in MetLife Stadium, October 16th.
You a fan of the Giants or who your team football wise?
You can't see Eli right about somewhere over that.
No,
right?
I can't see Eli.
That,
You a
right
Broncos?
there. There go Eli right there.
Oh no, Giants.
Eli.
Also, you Giants. Oh, you a Giants guy.
Right above Eli is the David Tyrese helmet catch.
So you, oh jeez, you a Danny Dimes guy. Yeah. Danny Dimes.
Y'all tripping.
Who your team, man? Who your football team?
Buwap don't have a team.
I don't have no team in no sports, man. I just ride with the players. But my favorite player, though, and who I'm still currently riding for is Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Okay.
So,
you know you from the city, so I'm saying I know you're in the Bears fan.
Nah, I can't rock with the Bears, man.
I got a love-hate relationship with them.
They broke my heart, man. Like, I probably was done with them when they did Love You the way they did them. Like, I ain't like.
Are you going to go see Baltimore versus Denver? That might be a good one.
That's gonna be a good
one. My boy and one of my dudes is like, maybe we should go see the Texans versus the Giants. I said, nigga,
They'll say Rams versus Bills, Baltimore.
I said, you want to go see a motherfucking
go
suck ass motherfucker? I'm not going to do that. I'm not watching no Giants versus no Texans. You crazy than the motherfucker.
Go watch a Pop Warner game, man.
I want to go see Lamar Jackson school us. That's what I want to see.
You go do it.
That's not insane, man. Rams versus Bills, but I'm going.
That's our Super Bowl
versus Bills.
No, I'm actually going to the game.
No, I know. Oh, he said he going to Rams. I'm tripping. Both.
I thought, I'm going to say, but I mean, that's not a bad.
He better cook us.
That's a great game to go to. The Rams versus the Bills.
That's gonna be a good game.
Now the Giants, I'm gonna watch my team get cooked, nigga. That's gonna be the best feeling ever.
Mm-hmm. I think this Danny.
I'm gonna have a Giants jersey on, like screaming, "Let's go, Lamar!"
He gonna be like, "Whose side are you on, bro? You on the wrong side."
He said,
you gonna get jumped. You know how New Yorkers get down there. You gonna get jumped with the tails.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna be at the bottom, get started out. Let's go, Lamar! Let's go! Touchdown, Lamar! They be like, get this nigga out of the stadium.
They better pay.
They gonna crowd surf my ass to the door.
Throw you off the building.
But over in Buffalo, they gonna be from the hospital bed, still on the podcast.
What's up, guys? Ow!
This Troy.
Host Troy got my ass beat for the ball at a Giants game. But I'm back with the boys. What's up, fellas? Y'all gonna be like better than you. I'm like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Let's go, Lamar.
He said, let's go.
All right, last question,
Right.
just for y'all two, because I just came up with it, so I gotta look and really think about it. But today is Kobe's birthday, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm.
I thought it was yesterday.
Well,
Yeah,
yesterday.
right.
Mine's is
It was
tomorrow.
8/24 though.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, it was today. Mine's is tomorrow, 8/25. So I wanted to say rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Happy birthday, man. Up in heaven. Yeah, and I wanted you guys to give me your best Kobe moment. I was gonna say his last game, but I want you guys to say something different than his last game.
Something different.
Yeah, than his
Okay,
last game.
I'm gonna go something off the rail different because you either go to 81 points or win.
Yesterday.
But when I found out the story
Thanks.
about when him and Michael Jordan played in the Wizards, and Michael Jordan played good against him, and he told him,
Yeah,
"You can
today's
wear."
Mama's Day. Mama Day.
Yeah,
Mama.
he told Kobe that you can wear the shoes, but you can't feel them. And
Yeah,
then
that was.
Jordan didn't talk to his team for a week, and as soon as he played against Mike, he bust his ass. So I'll say that was one of my favorite Kobe moments. I'll say some just to say something different.
I would say when the Lakers beat the Celtics the second time around,
Oh,
Kobe stepped up.
For you as a Boston fan to say that, that's tough.
Yeah, Kobe stepped up, man.
Yeah,
Who up?
that's my favorite athlete of all time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's too many memories. Honestly, man, the man was just a great player, and nobody to me embodied the game the way he did. Like he truly loved the game of basketball. Like, and I don't think no other player has loved the game as much as Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The logo.
I don't know. I would say Jordan.
No,
Yeah,
Jordan was better than him.
No, Jordan. I would say when you say love of the game, Jordan loved competition, and he would
Jordan
tell you I
loved
just
right.
love.
He loved everything though. Like
He loved
he
competition.
loved to play
Yeah.
golf. He loved to play flip
So yes,
quarters
I
and
can
shit.
understand you. Kobe was in the game, but I would still say
Mhm.
Jordan because when he got on that basketball court, the like he loved being out there schooling people. Like that's one of his things he lived for. That's why he still kind of does it to this day. He still kind of school people on the low and close open gyms and shit. So I think you
I'm
can't
pretty
get your
sure
ass
he
shitted on
does.
by 70-year-old Jordan.
I just think Kobe just he
Just
didn't
like you
care
can't get your
nothing
ass
about
knocked out by
nothing else but basketball. I don't think you know what I'm
Bones
saying.
Muhammad
Like
Ali.
that's my whole thing.
Mhm.
Like he lived in L.A. and people barely seen him outside in L.A. Like they always you had to go to a Lakers game to see him. Like
Yeah.
he didn't enjoy the nightlife. I was watching AI say that shit the other day. He was just like that's the difference between Kobe with when everybody was in the club, Kobe was working.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Jordan had a nightlife and kicked
For
it and stuff
sure.
like that. So like that's all I'm saying. Like I just think
Shit,
he
all them
loved
niggas in the
the game.
80s had night lives.
Mm-hmm. I think
Man.
Kobe said, I think I remember Kobe saying a story about one of his teammates went out that night and he went out with him and still woke them up at 5 in the morning to go to the gym.
It
That's
was
Yeah,
Matt
crazy.
Barnes.
that was the deal.
I
That
Mm-hmm.
was
think it
the
was Matt
deal.
Barnes, wasn't it? Or Ron Artest.
One of them two,
I
yeah.
don't know. It was he never said the teammate. He just said like
Yeah, somebody else he told the story. Somebody else told the story somewhere else, and I forget they said the name. I think it was Ron Artest.
Mm-hmm.
maybe,
It
but
was somebody that liked the party.
whoever it was, they tried it. They like, man, come out, come hang out. And he's like, fine, we can hang out, long as you willing to come to practice the next day. He thought because they stayed out to 3 in the morning that Kobe was just like, nah, we'll take it out. Nah, we going to practice, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just the reality of how
Yeah, he said it on the
dedicated
pod.
dude was.
It was
Yeah,
Matt Barnes. Yeah, it
Barnes.
was Matt Barnes.
That's what's up.
It was Matt
Mm-hmm.
Barnes. I knew he said the name.
I'm
Yeah, let's
saying
get it.
Kobe
Yeah.
didn't say a name when he told the story though.
Yeah,
I think Matt Barnes told the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
he
knew I
said it
heard
on
it
the
from somebody
podcast.
else. I knew I heard it from
So,
somebody else. But let's get up out of here, fellas. Final
All right,
thoughts,
man.
boo up. Final thoughts, boo up.
oh shit, my fault, man. You already know, man. See y'all on Friday.
SB, final thoughts.
Yeah, man. Salute. Came in a little bit late. Daddy do this. Unless y'all want to hear screaming baby on the pod, so you have to wait. But yeah,
That's all
salute, man.
good.
You already know. Much love.
See you Friday.
See, right? All right.
Yeah, see you guys Friday, man. Enjoy
See
your
you
night.
Friday, Taz. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, see you Friday.
Hey, man.